Last episode, we started a brand new hardcore world in 1.19 and nearly died. We then went boating and nearly died, and then we set up a starter home on a tiny jungle island after finding our first swamp. Since then, I've got myself a little bit of basic iron armor, and we've chopped down every single last tree on this island. And now I can actually see what I'm working with. Cats. Lots of cats, or ocelots? I think they're called ocelots, aren't they?
Yup.
But they keep spawning. Luckily, no pandas. You may also notice that my little mini chest monster that we had started out here has gone, and that's because I've done a bit of work on the interior, although I still haven't found any dark oak, so that's a mission for today. But if we head up here and inside, I've basically just turned the entire building into storage. There's boxes everywhere. Some of them don't have labels because they are currently empty, but I've sorted it out in a manner which should help us out at least a little bit at the start here. I also added a basement area down here. This is the sort of stone cover, but I dug down a little bit further, and this is actually the main storage room. Once again, fairly basic, but we're very limited on resources at the moment. It's all very sprucey, but hopefully we can solve that a little bit later today. And lastly, if we come out here, I've also dug a tunnel down there, and that is going to serve as our mine. I've put in 2 levels, one level which should be good for iron, and another level which is hopefully going to be quite good for diamond. And what with this being a hardcore world, and me being me, diamond is going to be the first thing on our list, I think. So I'm going to need myself a bunch of tools. We've got a few iron picks, but we're going to need more because our diamond one's nearly dead already. We've got food, torches, a bunch of picks, and a shield just in case we break through into any caves. And let's see if we can get ourselves some diamonds. And once we've done that, the plan today is going to be to sort out a decent iron supply. So hopefully we're going to get ourselves an iron farm up and running a little bit later on. So down the bottom here, I've just carved out where lots and lots of diamond searching tunnels are going to go over time. And we've also got a level slightly lower down as well, because I couldn't actually remember what was the better level. I don't think it makes too much difference between these two, but at least it stops us from going too far in a certain direction because we've got twice as much space to mine. Right, let's get started. Well, that hasn't taken too long at all. We've actually found some diamonds, and actually maybe we went further than I thought. It didn't feel that long. Let's dig these out and see how many we've got. Looks like there's 6 diamonds here, and that gives me an idea. I'm just going to grab 3 of these for now. We're going to make ourselves a diamond pickaxe, and if I remember correctly, we have a Fortune 3 book, which is from our earlier explorations, and if I put this on, we can get more diamonds out of the ones that still remain there. And now hopefully we're going to get better returns when we mine up the rest of these. Look at that, we've got 7 diamonds from 3 ore. Excellent. Let's carry on digging. We made it back safely. That wasn't such a bad mining trip either. We managed to get ourselves 43 diamonds, which is of course more than enough to get ourselves kitted out. But on top of that, we also got some lapis, a little bit of iron and gold, and of course some redstone. So yeah, not bad at all for about half hour's work. So let's get ourselves kitted out. We will have one of those, one of those, one of those, and of course one of those. And we've still got 19 diamonds left, so we can probably get ourselves a sword and other bits and bobs as and when we need them. But for now, let's stash these diamonds away somewhere safe. Actually, thinking about it, we've got some obsidian as well from our exploring, so how about we actually make ourselves an enchanting table? And with the amount of books we stole from those libraries, we'll actually be able to do ourselves an entire enchanting setup. So actually, maybe that's something we should do, but I don't think we're going to fit it anywhere upstairs here. Although, actually, I could repurpose this from here. We could always move our bedroom elsewhere, and this will actually make a perfect enchanting room. At least as a temporary one until we do something proper. So let's make ourselves one of those and a bunch of bookshelves. Remove our old bedroom, plonk down a bunch of bookshelves. Marvellous. And we'll put that in the middle. And that does, in fact, give us level 30 enchants, which is perfect. In fact, that was Fortune 3. Oh no, we've already got that. What I'll also do is put this here to store all of the lapis in. And although we're not level 30, it might be worth seeing what enchants we can get on our armor, because even a little bit of protection is going to be better than none. Well, we actually managed to get protection 2 on every single piece of armor, which worked out okay, I guess. Oh, that feels so much better. However, since this was our first set of armor, I think it's only fair we give that its own little place there. Perfect. So with the problem of safety partially solved, I think it's on to the next problem, and that is dark oak. I really, really want some, and I don't have any. So it's time for us to jump in another boat, and I think it's only right that we actually make ourselves a mangrove boat. I don't have any mangrove wood. Okay then, let's not do that. Oak boat of shame it is. So I think this time we're going to set off in this direction, and hopefully we'll find ourselves some dark oak. 2 hours. That's how long I've been in a boat, and look what I find. A tiny, tiny dark oak forest next to a jungle. It doesn't even make sense being here, but I'm absolutely fine with it because it means I can finally get my saplings and get back home. Saplings acquired, let's go home. Question is, what direction is home? We've made it home, I've planted a bunch of saplings, and while they grow, I think we're going to start working out what we want to do about an iron farm. There's a couple of things I need to get sorted out here, one of which is, of course, a food supply, but I really need an iron supply as well. And what with the village being just over that way, which is not too far at all, I think it should be fairly straightforward for us to get a couple of villagers up here on this hill, hanging out with all the ocelots, and we'll stick an iron farm up here. And then, of course, we need to find a way to disguise it and make it look pretty, but I don't know what we're going to do about that yet. So there's a few things I'm going to need for this iron farm. We will, of course, be building the always reliable Grandma Mummy iron farm, which is very, very small, quick to do, and doesn't take too many resources. But I don't think I have any of the resources I really need. Oh, actually, tell a lie. We've probably got more than enough sand that we can turn into glass. We've probably just about got enough iron for the hoppers. We've certainly got enough wood for the chests. But I don't think I actually have any wool anywhere. So, yeah, we're going to have to go hunt some sheep. And we need that to make 3 more beds. And now the glass is all cooked up. I think that's pretty much everything we're going to need to get this very simple iron farm started. Although we're also going to need a couple of villagers, but we'll tackle that once we've actually built the thing. Now, what with this being such a small and very straightforward iron farm, I think I'm just going to build it up in the air here. It only needs to go 7 or 8 blocks away from the surface. And then we're going to try and think of a way to hide it. I don't really know exactly how we're going to do that yet. But for now, I'm just going to try it and find a spot. And I think that spot is going to be just here. So let's go up about 10 blocks or so to begin with, just to make sure we're not going to have any problems. And let's get started on this build. So I have built this iron farm a bunch of times before. It's only a little starter one. It will definitely produce enough iron for me at the start of the game here, but at some point in future, we're definitely going to have to make a giant one. But for now, this is definitely going to sort us out and put us in a situation where we don't need to worry about iron. A few minutes later, I've got the beds in. I've got the bit where the zombie's going to go. However, I severely underestimated how much glass I was going to need. So I think we're actually going to have to go on a quick mission to go get some sand, because I don't even have any sand in order to get more glass. But I think it's safe to say that's also going to look absolutely horrific, so we're probably going to have to do something to hide that in this episode as well. I don't want this island looking ugly, and, well, that's definitely going to make it look ugly. Conveniently, the desert's not too far away. I've just got to go over these hills here. In fact, I can look. I can see my base and the desert in one. Excellent. Oof, I really need to get some efficiency on this shovel. Got ourselves another 4 and a bit stacks of sand. That should be more than enough. So let's cook that up. Extra glass has been acquired, so hopefully we can actually get this finished now. So that's the villager chamber complete, the zombie chamber complete, and now we just need the spawning platform. If we punch out a hole in the middle going... Ooh, do we want to go that way? Actually, let's go this way with the hoppers. We'll just put a temporary chest there for now to store things when it first kicks off. We are, of course, going to need to sort out some kind of storage. With the spawning platform in, we just need to put some trapdoors around the top here. Get rid of that block and replace it with a lava bucket. And that is, of course, what's going to kill our golems. The last thing we need to do is to get the water in to push all the golems into the middle once they spawn. And there we go. That is the structure of the iron farm complete. Like I said, very simple and doesn't use too many resources, which is nice. But now comes the hard part. We need to get ourselves some villagers and get them into this farm. So we are, of course, going to be bringing the villagers from the village just over there on the horizon. And that means I need to make a decent walkway for them to get up there. And to be honest, I might just start here and go up in a step format, and then we can use workstations to bribe them into their beds. Although in saying that, we do only have a few villagers over there, so I'm actually going to need to breed them up a little bit as well. And although I do want to make a villager breeder, that's not something we're going to be doing today. For now, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way and lock them in a house together. So we've got a couple trapped in a building here right on the edge of the village, and I forgot to bring any beds with me. Yep, let's go get some beds so they can actually make babies, shall we? Well, they have beds, but they're still not breeding. However, there are actually more villagers here than I initially thought, so we're actually just going to steal a couple for now, and hopefully the ones in the barn will start breeding at some point soon. Now, here's to hoping that this goes well. So if I put a workstation there, in theory, he should get out of the boat and go straight for the workstation. At least that's the hope. Well, he certainly did, so now if we put down a second one, and so on, we should be able to lead him all the way where we need him. So let's put one at the top here, get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. And there we go. He'll just work his way up there all on his own. Excellent. So with the first one in there successfully, let's just go grab another one and hope it goes just as well the second time round. Come on, fella. In you get. Second villager en route. Let's try that again, shall we? That last one just wasn't cooperating. This one's working much better. Go on, fella. Keep going. That's 2 down, 1 to go. Now, you make sure you don't mess me around, sir. He's doing well so far. And now for the last one. Go on. Yes. Do it. And there we go. All 3 villagers are in bed. Sorted. Now we do need to sort out a zombie, however. But as the sun is now going down, now might not be a bad time to try and get one. So let's go see if I've got a gold helmet or something laying around somewhere. I'm pretty sure we've looted quite a few from some portals, and I think I might actually have one in a boat over here somewhere. Yep, that I do. So I'm going to remove a few of these torches and hopefully we can get a zombie to spawn in, and hopefully we'll actually get one that will wear the gold helmet, and then we don't need to worry about trying to find a name tag. So let's back off and see what we get. Oh, there's a creeper. That's not ideal. And we have a skeleton and a spider. Where's the zombies at? More skellies and spiders. Okay, we might have to clear a few of these out just so we can actually get the zombies we need. Let's try that again and hope we get a zombie this time. There we go. I see a zombie. Let's see if he'll pick up this helmet. He will! Excellent! Right, come with me, sir. Get out of it, Spidey. Right, let's lure this dude over here. Come on, fella, that's it. Find the stairs. If we remove that one, he should drop down. And if we can block him in behind... Oh, look at that, we're getting a golem already. Amazing. Well, it works. Look at that, we can see another golem burning as well. I have to say, I really do love this farm, and if you do want to build one yourself, I will link in the description the tutorial to Grandma Mommy. She is the one who designed this, and it has never failed me. I build it pretty early on in every world that I have on Java, and it's a really good early game source of iron. So with the iron farm working, we now need to figure out how we're actually going to, well, make it look good. A giant floating glass block in the sky is not ideal, and of course we can't really access the storage very easily because currently it's just that tiny little box at the top there. So we need to bring down the actual storage for it as well, and it'd be quite nice to filter out the poppies and make sure that they're getting composted and turned into bone meal and so on. But in order to make that happen, we're gonna need to go to the Nether because, well, we're gonna need quartz. And we haven't been to the Nether yet. We haven't even got a Nether portal set up. So maybe today's the day. Maybe we should actually find somewhere to put this portal, go check out the Nether, and basically just grab ourselves a bit of quartz. I don't want to spend loads of time in there this time round. We'll save that for a future episode. But, well, without the quartz, we can't really make our comparators, can we? So to prep for going to the Nether, we're going to take ourselves a golden helmet. I suppose it'll probably help to take a flint and steel as well. And, of course, some obsidian, but we only need 10, so that should be fine. So this is only going to be a temporary portal. We're going to do something nice a bit later on, but I guess I do kind of want to put it in the place where it's probably going to end up. And I don't know where that is. Maybe just over the back here somewhere for now. Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous, but we're quite well protected. We've got a shield, we've got a gold helmet, and we've got some protection on our armor, so hopefully we'll be okay. Let's see what we get. Please don't be a Soul Sand Valley, I hate them. Always. Why is it always a Soul Sand Valley? Right, there's no bad things coming from the top. Is that a bastion right there? That is a bastion. Right there. Excellent. So, all we need is some quartz. So, let's see what we can get. And we've got a crimson forest as well. I mean, it's not the best nether spawn, but it's not the worst. Let's just go over here into the wastes, I think. It's probably going to be the safest place for us to try and get some quartz. And, oh my days, there's lava falling from everywhere. And I'm being shot. Let's just run. Okay, so we should be nice and safe over here. That's going to give time for all the lava to fall down from above. And hopefully, we can just grab this and run. Well, I've got 30 quartz. That'll be more than enough for now. That's all we need. We'll come back here a bit later on when we're feeling braver. For now, though, let's just jump back through our portal and leg it away from here. Oh, I hate Soul Sand Valley so much. Just let me get away. Okay. Everything's fine. We're back safe. Problem over. In fact, what I'm going to do is just quickly break this for now because I don't want stuff coming through and I don't want creepers going through to the Nether should any happen to spawn on the island. And this just feels like the safest way to avoid that problem. Look, I'm a little bit nervous about the Nether, okay? Now we've got some quartz, however, we can make our comparator and we're probably going to need a couple of them as well. So now we've got that, I can sort out a basic sorting system, and once again we can see the golems burning away. This is good because I'm gonna need the iron to actually be able to make this, but it's not going to be anything special. It's going to be very boring, so I'm just going to crack on with this and I'll bring you back in once it's done. And that should just about do it for now until we decide how we're actually going to make this thing look. But all the iron will go into these 3 chests here, and we're actually just filtering out the poppies, putting them through a composter, and that will get us some bone meal. It's a very straightforward thing, but that at least means we're getting lots and lots of iron. It just looks horrible, doesn't it? It looks absolutely disgusting. But I'm not going to worry about that for now, because so far this episode we have made ourselves a little bit safer. We've sorted out a supply of iron, but we're still starving quite regularly. So I think we need to sort ourselves out some food, and I might just plant a few fields out here for now. Make the area look a bit nicer, make it look a bit more lived in, and I should probably chop down all these trees as well. trees have gone, and I've added a couple of fields in here. We've just got wheat growing down the bottom here for our bread, and we've got, well, not many carrots, but we've got some carrots and a few potatoes growing as well, and we'll just grow up these fields as we need to. But in doing that, I did actually discover I've got almost 2 stacks of hay bales from all the villages we've raided. So we're probably good for food for a little while anyway. But on the plus side, this looks a little bit nicer around here, apart from the horrible, horrible portal in the background. We'll have to get that sorted. But while I was working on those, I did notice a slight problem over here with the iron farm, and that is that it just stopped producing golems. And for some reason, the villagers just weren't getting scared. I don't really know what the problem was, so I've made a slight adjustment here. The zombie just goes backwards and forwards on this rail now, and the second he started moving and went out of sight and came back, the golems started reappearing again. So yeah, don't really know what that's about, but then I don't really know much about villager mechanics. But with that little fix in place, the iron farm has been producing nicely, and the poppies should be filtering through as well now. Yep, that's full up, and we should be starting to get some more bone meal. So iron bone meal sorted, we've got some crops sorted, and most importantly, we're a lot safer with our diamond armor. Sadly, that's all I've got time for today though, so I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye now.